Hey guys, welcome back to Mo's Game Table. Today we're going to take a look inside Cells, the Ardennes, December 23rd to 27th, 1944. This is a game designed by Roger Miller and published by Revolution Games. As you can see at the top, it says Battles of the Bulge, Volume 1. Still waiting on Volume 2, and I hope we do see that because Cells is a fantastic game. This is a Ziploc game, so there's no back of the box, but I will read you the blurb on what the game is all about. Cells is a fast-moving simulation of the fighting at the high water mark of the German Ardennes offensive, aka the Battle of the Bulge. The Germans are advancing towards the Meuse River and are running out of fuel and time to force a desperate crossing to achieve Hitler's goal of ultimate victory. The Allied forces are both trying to block the German advance and begin a counteroffensive to destroy the German panzer divisions. Alternating random activation by formation provides players with uncertainty and excitement. Each turn, players receive a varying number of activations. Not all formations may move, and some may move more than once. To represent fuel shortages, aggressive generalship, command uncertainty, and piecemeal reinforcements that provides players with a rich historical feel. After units move, strengths are reduced to simulate fatigue and lack of defensive preparation. This is a game for players who love to counterattack. And for the game scale, game turns are each 12 hours, each hex is 1 mile, units are accompanied of battalion, and inside we get one 17 by 22 inch full color map, 88 counters, a 12-page rulebook, and a player aid. Solitaire suitability is high, complexity level is medium, it is for 2 players or more, and playing time is around 3 hours. So let's take a closer look at all the components you get with the game. And the cover sheet that comes with the Ziploc game on the backhand side, it doubles as the player aid. Our 12-page rulebook. Our sheet of counters, and the map. So let's set up the map and take a closer look at the game. And here's a look at the map that comes with the game. It is a beautifully done map, as we expect from Revolution. They always do a fantastic job in their components. I like how they integrated the tech at the bottom and a little bit at the top here with the clear and major to point out what the different terrain features are right next to them, so it makes it real easy. You've got tactical available and tactical played boxes at the bottom here with the German side, and then the action points, and then your victory point tracker. On the US side, you've got the action point tracker and then the turn tracker, as well as tactical played and tactical available boxes. As you can see here, there's a lot of road network here, and that's what you're going to be keying on for this game. It's chit pull, and you're going to be using movement points not only to move, but also to attack. So it's going to change your way of thinking a little bit, and then obviously the chit pull is going to have that randomization factor, not knowing who's going to go, and maybe units will go more than one time. So really cool. I like the way this game plays. It's very smooth, really fun game. Next, we'll take a look at the counter sheet that comes with the game. We have German units at the top and the remainder at the bottom. US units in the middle and a couple of British units in there as well. Tactical and action chits are down here at the bottom, along with some administrative counters. Units that have 2 dots are 2-step units. If they have 1 dot, they are a 1-step unit. The numbers from left to right are the attack, defense, and the movement values for each of the counters. Next, we'll take a look at the player aid that comes with the game. We have our combat results table. Below that, we have the infiltration table. At the bottom, we have the German action and allied action chits per turn, the movement point cost table, and then the attacker and defender combat modifiers. Now we'll take a look at the rules. This is a 12-page black and white rulebook. On the front cover, we have the table of contents listing out all the rules and their associated page numbers. On the right-hand side, we start off with the introduction, the components, a breakdown of the playing pieces so you know which one's which, and then how to read your counters like we were talking about before. If it's got 2 dots on it, it is a 2-step unit. A single dot is a single-step unit. And then, of course, the attack, defense, and the movement allowance on each of the counters. Then we have the sequence of play, action chits and tactical chits, supply, initiative, the action phase, and then your movement, all explained to you. A movement example here. The Meuse bridges, motorized units, trucks, rear areas, strategic movement, zones of control, infiltration, and an example of infiltration movement here, stacking, the combat procedures, and then an illustrated example of combat, and then also retreat is explained to you here with a retreat example. And then we get to the advance after combat disruption, tactical chits, combat extra move replacement, allied air, and then playing multiple tactical chits at the same time, reinforcements, withdrawal, and then your victory conditions are on page 9, carried over to page 10. And then we have an optional rule here on page 10, and then the player's notes start on page 10. So about 9 pages of rules, and then there's some additional information there starting on page 10. Designer's notes on page 11. And then on the back, we have the setup for all of the units in the game. And that is a look at everything you get inside of Cells, the Ardennes, December 23rd to 27th, 1944. This is a game designed by Roger Miller and published by Revolution Games. I've talked about this game on the channel multiple times, and it's for good reason. This is a really fun game. Only got 9 pages of rules, low counter density. This type of game you can throw down on a table and you can knock it out in 2-3 hours. A lot of fun. Not only to play it with your friends, introduce a new wargamer to wargaming, but also solitaire. With the chit pull mechanism, it makes it a lot of fun. Plus, I love the idea of how the movement points are used for everything, movement and attack. So you really got to think through how far you want to move, and then attack, and what type of attacks you want to do. Plus, with the chit pull, unit may activate and may not activate. It may activate more than one time. So you really got to think through some things, and it really does, I think, give you a little bit more meat than you're expecting in a game with only 9 pages of rules. And being that we're coming up on the anniversary of the Bulge, this will definitely be coming out over the holidays to play. Well, I hope that helps you guys out if you've been curious about this one. You have any comments or questions, post them down below. Thanks for tuning in, guys. See you next time.